As we grow on our journeys, I want us to continue to walk into the way that you want to end up in. Um, let's just use. I know I talk about addictions a lot, but that's that's a background for some of us. Whether it is a drug addiction, or whatever, you have an addiction to something. Whether that's to your phone, to gossiping, to lying, to being a deceiver. You're addicted to something. If it's eating unhealthy foods, you're addicted to something. So I want us to get back in gear on recognizing what we have anchored ourselves to. So if you are anchoring yourself to things that are unhealthy for your vessel, your body, God will let you know. So this is just quick little testimony. Um, I talk a lot of I'm not gonna do that, or nope, you got the right one. That's me. Like I don't really I'm not in this season anymore of like babying people, I guess I can say, because I felt like I've done that for a long time, and it's a long it's a history of that, like me people pleasing. I don't want to do it anymore. So one day I'm just in the kitchen just talking mess, like me and God just talking back and forth, and I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. That's not what I'm about to do. And y'all, literally, something happened in the kitchen, and I was just like, okay, you don't have to be so forceful with these situations. It was kind of like either at the moment, because I was doing a lot of things, it's either my food fell on the floor or the pot on the stove, like the water overboiled. But it was a sign for me. I took it as a sign. Like, I heard God's voice, of course, but when he did something to my food, it just like, okay, bruh, I hear you. I understand that you're trying to get my attention. I understand this is something that you want me to do. But sometimes I don't know how. I don't know how. And I think that's where a lot of us come up into. We come into these situations like we heard God's voice, but we're not sure how. Just act on it, and God's going to give you the words. God's going to give you the actions. God's going to be your director in that movement, in that movie part. So whatever role you need to play right now, if that is being a villain, or if that's being a hero, play it, because God knows what he's doing. I'm not saying be deceptive to someone. I'm saying, like, if you know that it's in the season where it's time to like shake things up and do some things differently than what you've been doing, it's okay, because God has already pushed you there, and he's already worked this out for you. So just know that when you're being convicted by God, he's going to talk to you, and he's going to handle it accordingly. So live by your own sins, because we can't tell each other that sin's wrong for you. Only you know what sins are wrong for you. Only you know.